Planetary Staff. Dear Ascending Family, the last few months have been quite difficult on the body for many, as we are attempting to find our new grounding and equilibrium in the next harmonic universe, while tracking the changes to the light body and manifestation templates. More recently, the focus has been on seeing how these changes are affecting the planetary light body, specifically changes to the central planetary staff alignment, which is sending ripples of change through the dimensional fields. The movement of the planetary staff is intersecting the negative alien agenda and invasion, the electric wars, artificial intelligence infiltration timelines intended for human harvest on one hand, and the Aquafarian Council's Palladorian activation, restoration of the tribal shield and diamond sun body, intended for human freedom on the other. As we consider what this shift portends, we gather what pieces we can from this new vantage point. There is increasing support for those working to free themselves from the frequency nets, blood covenants, hybridization codes, gender reversals, and soul splitting at this time. Yet, those beings who feel they have some ownership over humanity are not giving up, but escalating chaos in an effort to fulfill a World War III Armageddon-type prophecy. This month we address the hidden human history of the electric wars, which led to the destruction of the angelic human's 12-strand DNA, the obliteration of the rod and staff, and destroyed the capacity for organic diamond sun embodiment throughout this universal system. To better comprehend the planetary ascension dynamics and the reasons we must transmutate the shadow selves, death seals, and artificial timelines, we must understand our past and from whence we came. The Electric Wars timeline began the descent into the AI worlds that were created by the black hole entities of the negative alien agenda throughout the fallen matrices. The inorganic axial tilt of the Earth was set up through the net field for gravitational corruption, soul capture, and transmission of mind control broadcasts. This beast machine was designed to destroy the architecture of the vertical pillar that is the planetary staff and to eliminate the Mother of God Sophianic principle in this reality entirely. Destroying the mother principle meant that all organic living creations would also eventually digress to become like the black hole entities, parasitic creations addicted to dead light in the matter world. Hence they would exist in the AI worlds as the living dead. During this phase, the planetary staff is being rehabilitated by Crystal Star Guardian Host, which means that our own inner vertical channel and relationship to the planet and the stars is also being radically transformed in this cycle. The Aquafarian races are a part of the original Blu-ray Diamond Sun body lineages in the angelic human race that became extinct in this universal time matrix after the Electric Wars. Therefore, the Electric Wars are quite important in the historical timeline trigger events. The genetic mutations and diamond sun DNA damage from the wars over seeding on the seven-dimensional Earth led to the first separation from the 12-strand DNA. What followed are the 2D, 4D soul split, vertical staff distortions, gender reversals, death seals, and the resultant quarantine field called the Wall in Time. The Wall in Time was a quarantine field barring us in the lower density creations and blocking access into many of the higher dimensions and parallels. This quarantine and subsequent damage to the universal timelines led to the negative alien invasion through the Orion constellation, which necessitated the soul rescue missions that were first organized by the founder guardian races through the Covenant of Pallador. Through the current cycle of the Palladorian activation, the next stage for the Palladorian groups are being highlighted, namely the Aquiferian and Christic Blue Dragon races to support the rehabilitation of the Blue Ray lineages. The Blue Rays restore the Mother Arc, 13th transharmonic gateways throughout multiple harmonic universes, and are rebuilding the vertical planetary staff to naturally align into the heart of Andromeda. The rebuilding of the planetary staff is gradually shifting the unnatural rotational axis of the Earth body to become more of a straight line or perpendicular, which allows easier access in and out of this universe, particularly for Diamond Sun beings. If we view the planetary body from above, from Polaris or the North Star, the Earth is turning counterclockwise on its axis. An axis is considered an invisible line around which an object rotates or spins. Each planet in our solar system rotates on its axis, and some planets have a rotational axis that is almost perpendicular. Each planet has 2 points where an axis meets the planet's surface, which are considered its north and south poles. The Earth rotates on an axis, and the axis is tilted at an angle of approximately 23.5 degrees. Variations in Earth's axial tilt greatly influence the hemispheric seasons, and this, combined with the geomagnetic shifting, are also key factors in Earth's current climate changes. The Earth's axis of rotation completes its full cycle every 26,000 years, and the axial precession, also called a wobble, will gradually change its north-pointing position at the end of each precession. The axis line is the vertical central channel or planetary staff, which functions as the main energy channel or Hara line within the center of the Earth's consciousness body, interfacing with many dimensions of subtle forces leading up the frequency scale into the galactic core. The galactic core alignment with the planet's axial tilt at 23.5 degrees has been positioned so that the planetary staff points towards the 8D galactic core, which leads into a black hole system that controls the cosmic ray transmissions into the planetary body. From the Guardian perspective, alien black hole technology was brought through the 8th galactic stargate from the black hole system. The black hole technology holds the tilt of the planet at an unnatural and artificially sustained 23.5 degrees. In order to control the rotational axis and vertical planetary staff alignment, as well as dominate the electromagnetic field of Earth. As long as the alien machinery hijacked the correct planetary staff position, no one could get in or out of this fallen system, and were subjected to repeated consciousness traps. The alien machinery known as the Beast Machine is held in place on the planetary body through massive levels of reversal, artificial intelligence, programmed consciousness. This infects the black subtle forces in the Earth elemental field and dark matter. And that substance is also referred to as behemoth. The alien machinery known as the gravitron is a part of the beast machine that acts as the electromagnetic harness field. This makes up the structure called the net, which produces gravitational and astral corruption, and this is also referred to as Leviathan. The behemoth and Leviathan make up the Antichrist male and female counterparts that are written into the Armageddon software and black magic grids to technologically incite destruction on the surface, as per the negative alien religious programming. In actuality, Behemoth and Leviathan are black hole technologies that were orchestrated on purpose by these fallen forces of the negative alien agenda in order to imprison this planet.